You have the mindset, the account, and you know what to buy. So now we finally build it. This is part 4, the last step of our guide, where your plan becomes a living portfolio. A portfolio is simply the full collection of everything you own working together as one team. By the end of today, you will have a complete, simple plan you can start this very week. Let us begin with a surprising truth. Your first portfolio could be just one single fund. One broad index fund already holds hundreds of companies, so it is a complete portfolio all by itself. For a huge number of successful investors, that one fund is genuinely all they ever need. So if you do nothing else, a single broad index fund is already a fantastic finish line. But if you want a little more, you can add a second piece for extra balance. Your home index, like the S&P 500, covers your own country's biggest companies. A global or international index fund adds the rest of the world's companies too. Together, they make sure you own strong businesses everywhere, and not just in one single place. The other classic ingredient is bonds, the calm and steady cousin of stocks. Stocks are your engine for long-term growth, but they swing up and down quite sharply. Bonds grow more slowly, yet they cushion the ride for you when stocks are falling. A common idea is to hold mostly stocks while you are young and add more bonds as you age. The longer your money can stay invested, the more of it you can keep in growth-focused stocks. So a powerful portfolio can be just 2 or 3 funds and nothing more than that. A broad home index, a global index, and perhaps some bonds is plenty for almost anyone. Notice how calm this is, with no 50 stocks to track and no constant decisions to make. Beginners often ask, how many holdings do I really need? The honest answer is that one good index fund already gives you hundreds of holdings inside it. You simply do not need to collect dozens of individual stocks to feel properly diversified. If you do add a satellite stock or 2, keep the whole little pile of them small and few. This brings us to position sizing, which is simply how much of each thing you hold. The rule is gentle. Never let one single company grow into a dangerous slice of your wealth. Your boring index core should be large, and any spicy individual stocks should stay small. That way, if one exciting bet goes wrong, it can sting, but it can never sink you. Now, for the moment you have been waiting for, making your very first purchase. Open your broker, search for your chosen broad index fund, and type in the amount you want to invest. For a broad fund, a simple market order is perfectly fine, and the shares are yours in seconds. That is it. You are officially an investor and owner of hundreds of real businesses. Do not overthink this first buy, because starting calmly matters far more than starting perfectly. The next habit is the quiet secret of nearly every wealthy investor, and it is automation. Set up an automatic transfer that invests a fixed amount every single month, no matter what. This is dollar cost averaging, and it removes both the guesswork and the fear from investing. When prices fall, your fixed amount simply buys more shares on sale, which is quietly a gift. Because it is automatic, you keep going through every storm, and that consistency is what builds the wealth. About once a year, you could do one small piece of housekeeping called rebalancing. Over time, your fastest growing piece drifts and becomes a larger share of the whole. Rebalancing just nudges everything gently back to your original target mix. It quietly forces you to trim what has gotten expensive and add to what is cheap. And now, the hardest habit of all, which is simply to leave it alone. Once your simple portfolio is built and automated, your main job is to not touch it. Check it rarely, ignore the scary headlines, and let time and compounding work in the dark. The investors who tinker the most very often end up with the least. Let us be honest about what lies ahead, because a plan must survive reality. Your portfolio will absolutely have red years, sometimes deeply uncomfortable ones. But a globally diversified, automated portfolio has always, so far, recovered and grown over time. Your only real job in a crash is to keep buying and to refuse to panic sell. So let us lock in the whole 4-part journey in one calm breath. You accepted uncertainty, opened an account, chose the broad index, and built a simple portfolio. 1 to 3 funds, automated every month, gently rebalanced once a year, and then mostly left alone. Remember where we started, beginner frozen, unsure how to even begin. Look at you now, the calm owner of a real, diversified, automatic portfolio. I will see you in the next one, where we explore the exciting world just beyond the basics.